Hello, my name is Keith, and I'm known as the Florida Stone Man. And today I'm going to talk to you about three things that you must do when working with crystals. Well, what are the three things you must do? I'm going to start off with one of the most advanced ones, and one of the ones that people don't know to think of is that number one, you must drink a lot of water when when working with crystals. So, why does someone need to drink a lot of water when they work with crystals? Where did this come from? The thing is, these crystals are basically spell work on autopilot. So the thing is, they do a lot of work for us. They're always in action. They're always doing stuff by themselves. Whether we set an intention or not, they're always doing something by themselves, especially when we wear it on us. And the thing is, energy has a cost. So make sure you're replenishing your water. If you do a lot of running, a lot of jogging, a lot of exercising, just like your crystals are exercising by themselves when they're on you, make sure you drink a lot of water. Or one thing you will find, and I don't know if anyone else's experience is that your eyes will twitch like mad. They'll twitch like crazy. And it's so annoying. It's so frustrating. You're taking eye drops and you won't even know why your eyes are twitching like crazy. It's because the crystals are doing extra work that we cannot see. They act like Wi-Fi because they're invisible and they send off signals and they attract things and they repel things. And they're doing this all the time. They're doing 100% of the time as long as their cleanse and charge. And that's basically one thing you must do is drink a lot of water or you will be dehydrated. So this leads me on to point number two is you must cleanse and charge your crystals, with the exception of certain crystals like selenite. But even with selenite, you'll even want to charge that every once in a while. Cleanse it once in a while because if it's holding so much baggage that it's not able to do it in a time effective manner, it'll get full. So, one thing that you must do with crystals is you must cleanse and charge them, especially the black crystals. The thing about black crystals is anything that's meant to go to you is going to the black crystal. That's why black crystals get full so quickly. That's why they break the most. Black crystals will hold anything that's meant to go to you. So make sure you cleanse it. Or guess what? If you don't cleanse a black crystal, you're just holding negativity. I've tried this experiment before, but I've had black tourmaline where I never cleansed and charged it. And I just left it out. Like I just left it next to a plant on the patio and the plant started to die. So imagine if you are that plant. The plant is life. The black tourmaline is just holding negative energy that was supposed to go to you. Nothing's cleansing it or charging it. So make sure you're cleansing and charging your crystals. Make sure you're taking the charge off of it. Make sure you're doing your part and then just keeping it clean because you don't want to be carrying around negative energy or baggage that or anything that was supposed to hit you. You just want to cleanse it off. Like use sage or Palo Santo, you can cleanse it. You can leave it next to a piece of selenite, but just keep in mind with selenite, if you're putting too many things by your selenite and your selenite's this big, then your selenite is going to take, instead of for 8 hours to charge it, it's going to take 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 1 week, and then it's kind of overloaded. This leads me to point number three. One thing that you must do when working with crystals is one thing it's a must have is understanding of the crystal that you're working with. I know in some case scenarios, we might not have any idea about what we're doing with the crystal, what the crystal does. But the thing is, especially with green crystals or heart chakra crystals, if we're carrying a crystal and we have no idea what it does, how can we understand sometimes when things go wrong? For example, I walked up to a lady in a bar, and basically I sat next to her, and I looked at her wrist, and I saw malachite, and I looked at the patterns, and I realized, oh, that's real malachite, but she's in a bar, and she doesn't look like the type of lady to understand too much about crystals. It looked like she was just wearing it to wear it. So I said to her, I didn't even know this person. I said to her, "Is your life crazy and just random stuff happens that's bad all the time and you never really understand it and things just get worse like very quickly?" And she's like, "How do you know?" And the thing is, with malachite, it's a transformation stone. So, one, it's an amplifier. Two, it's a transformation stone. Three, it's like Jumanji in a gemstone. The crystal is wildfire just because it wants to see you transform. If you look at all the patterns in malachite, malachite is just working to help you transform. But if you're not looking at anything that you're doing wrong, or you're not learning from mistakes, or you're not understanding that, oh, this is a heart chakra crystal, the heart sends off one of the most powerful frequencies. Actually, it sends off the most powerful frequency from the entire body. Not even our mind sends off a higher frequency than our heart. We can even see that in the medical field with EKGs. But if you're wearing a heart chakra stone and you don't have no idea what it does and you're not cleansing and charging it and you're not drinking enough water, things are just going to be wildfire. So just make sure you understand what crystals do. If you're wearing a crystal such as, let's just say, I mean, some of the crystals are a lot less harmless, but green crystals like malachite will be wild. If you're wearing a crystal such as epidote and prehnite, that's another crystal of the heart chakra. The thing is, if you notice, the heart chakra crystals can be very intense just because of the high frequency of the heart chakra. If you're wearing epidote and prehnite, the same thing will happen as when you wear malachite. Just things getting increased and then things getting amplified. You're not understanding from the lessons that your heart is trying to basically teach you. That you're trying to just jump through the same hoops over and over again. It can be very chaotic. So beware of that. Another thing is if you don't understand, like for an example, a stone like obsidian. If you wear obsidian for no reason and you don't even know why you're, I mean, wearing, okay, you don't even know why you're wearing it, and then you equipped yourself with obsidian. What I find is that a lot of people who have no idea what they're doing and they just put on obsidian, they will go through, I like this, black obsidian specifically, they will go through a shadow. They will become a very, very vicious and nasty, and they're just gonna like, because remember, obsidian makes you confront your shadow. But what if you're confronting your shadow and you don't know you're confronting your shadow? So it just pulls up all these mean, nasty qualities ready just to be released from you. And if you don't know what to do with them and you don't know that obsidian's releasing it, it's just gonna make your life not fun. So again, these are my three things that you must do when working with crystals. Uh, Drink a lot of water. You must cleanse and charge them, with the exception of some like selenite. And you must know what they do, because even if you put it on a crystal that you don't even know what it does, just learn about what it does. That's what I do with crystals that have not even been discovered what they do yet, is just work with it and write down what it does. But if you just don't learn any lessons of the crystals about what they do, then you might be in for a bad ride. So that's my advice to you. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments section. If you have any crystals that you don't know what they are but you still wear them, send them a picture to me in my email, floridastoneman@gmail.com. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.